Hi, thanks for watching this Amplio mini lesson, Where Our Capacity Goes. I'm Al Shalloway, CEO of Success Engineering and the creator of the Amplio system. So this is kind of an insight I want to talk about, that our capacity, the capacity of an individual, of a team, of an organization is actually fixed. But what we work on and how we work is not. There's only so much capacity we have. We can't sustainably do more by just working harder. That's not sustainable. And the truth of work smarter, not harder, actually means don't work on things we don't need to. It also means work in an efficient manner so we get more done in the same amount of time we'd have to give to it. And don't work on things we don't need to means avoid making errors that have us waste our time, uh, or have us work on things we really shouldn't need, or at least detect that quickly so we minimize the cost. And the second one means multitasking, handoff, and delays need to be eliminated because that just basically saps our energy and takes away from something that might have been useful to do. So let's look at really where our capacity goes because we tend to think it happens like this. By the way, this is a slide deck that's often good to use to present to management and executives when they don't quite understand what's going on and why there are problems, because they might think this is how it's going at the team level. But in fact, sometimes there are product issues based on how the product was built in terms of what it did, or if it's software product, maybe the technical debt, it's not built well, we rush things out, and we spend a lot of time fixing both the problem from a product from a behavior point of view and maybe the way we built the product. So we waste time. This is what wasted effort means. We're creating this waste actually. That sometimes we get the wrong requirements. They're misunderstood. So there's some communication errors between the people telling the requirements and the people getting the requirements. And sometimes we just don't really know what's needed. We might take big chunks. If we build things in large batches, we may not discover we're building the wrong thing quickly. So we got to be careful of that because then we have wasted time by building the wrong thing. And then we have delays in workflow, handoffs. The work is sometimes stops for a little while, then comes back. And what happens there is it's harder to get feedback quickly, which means we're again wasting time, literally creating extra effort. This is particularly true when there are a lot of teams involved, because one team might discover something but not get it to other teams. So this compounded waste of building the wrong thing, building it poorly, not getting feedback, just saps us of our work. Okay. And people talk about multitasking, but I want to be clear about this. Yes, multitasking is a bad thing. It takes 20, 40% of our effort, lowers our efficiency. See, these first things where we're working on the wrong things, multitasking just makes us less efficient because uh, people don't work that well when they're switching on and off and on and off like that. But multitasking, as bad as it is, and it does lower, again, the amount of productive work we can do, is a symptom of these other things. Too much work, too much overload has us have delays in the workflow, slows down our feedback. So then when we make these other errors, we keep working on the wrong thing and it all compounds. And that's a serious problem. So we've got to recognize, as bad as multitasking is, we're creating work that we're working on, and it all goes together. So sometimes it just looks overly complex, but if we start paying attention to this and see what the cause is, and I'll have these mini lessons on those in the future as well. But this is good to see where our time is going. So what Lean tells us to do is not so much work and worry about not so much work and worry about uh, going faster. It really says let's eliminate all these other steps, all these things that are messed up. Let's just get rid of that. Because if we can get rid of that, then we'll have more time to add value. So it's not going faster, but to eliminate waste, eliminate wasted effort from quality issues, misunderstood requirements, working on too many things, from multitasking. This requires an understanding. My experience has been if you understand flow, lean theory, constraints, you can create quick, actionable feedback. You can stay on course. You can avoid waste. And that's where we want to go, is see what's happening. Okay. Now, if you like this, I invite you to check out the Amplio Consultants Educate Learning Journey. This is where I teach actually pretty much anybody at any level who wants to learn to be a better coach, consultant, high level consultant, or even manager. Uh, it has a lot of content. It's includes what at the team levels like a hybrid of Scrum and Common. It actually goes deeper. because it comes from first principles. It's got something I built called BLAST, the Basic Lean Agile Solution Team, which you can think of as a more flow-based Scrum at scale. I wrote the discipline Agile Value Stream Consultant for the PMI. I've got a more advanced one embedded in this, and how to be a value coach. Those are some of the books I've written or am in the process of building. And this thing is actually only not, you get all four of those embedded in 6 months at $9.95. And basically each week is 4 hours of content, 2 hours of working together. Then every 4 or 5 weeks you take a break because it's just a lot as it is. All recording, all things are recorded. Or join for a year at $1,800. What's cool is everybody gets collaboration boards that I create, but annual subscribers get access to hundreds of PowerPoints. So you can actually use slides like I just showed you in your work to make points to people. And that's really a good deal. So please let me know if you're interested. And thanks for watching. And good luck to your endeavors.